Hi guys, it's me Risa. Welcome to my kitchen. I hope you're doing great on your health journey. As you know, one of the main things that I keep telling you guys that has helped me on my journey is meal prep planning and grocery shopping, especially for the week ahead, so that you have things that are available to you that are nutritious and delicious. And one of the main ones that I love to make is a hearty, healthy, nutritious, delicious soup. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a cauliflower leek and sweet potato soup. How does that sound? I just check what I have in the house. And of course, you have to get everything and make sure you have things as well, so that you are prepared and focused and stay on plan. A soup will keep you filled up. It is satisfying, and you can have it and enjoy it all year round for yourself or for company, right? And I like to make a lot and give to family and friends as well. So, sharing is caring. Now, I roasted my cauliflower, sweet potato, and garlic. You don't have to. You can just add it to your soup. That's fine as well. I just find when you roast things, it just adds another dimension. So I just took a cookie sheet with some tin foil. You can use parchment paper. And I bought a big bag of cauliflower, 3 sweet potatoes. And what I do with the garlic is I just cut the top off, add some olive oil, some actual olive oil, and you wrap it in tin foil, and you can just put it on your cookie sheet as well. And I bake it at 425 for about 45 minutes or so. I check it after about 20, and then I usually turn it over. The cauliflower, you don't have to. And you can do this the day before if you're making the soup. All right. The other thing that I've already done just to speed up this process is I'm using my cast iron pot that I absolutely love. If you don't have one, it is so amazing because the iron has so many health benefits as well, and the flavor in this pot is amazing. So I just highly recommend getting one. And if you don't worry, you can make this in your slow cooker, your Instapot, in a regular pot, okay? And all I've done is I took a Vidalia onion, and I'm gonna show you, I put in 3 leeks, and I'm gonna talk about this after. And I put in a cup of shredded carrot. You can buy carrots and just throw them in because you're gonna puree it anyways. I just think it's a lot faster. And about a half a cup of celery. And I've just sauteed it in some olive oil spray, and you just let it sweat out until it softens, okay? And that's all I've done so far. The other thing that you can use is water. You can use chicken stock that you make yourself, or you buy it. You can buy it in cans. You can buy it in containers, whatever. Or you can also use, because I didn't have any in the house, I didn't have my own broth or containers, but I had been told that Better Than Bullion is fantastic. Now, of course, for you vegans or vegetarians, you can use a vegetarian stock, okay, of course, or just the water, right? But for other people, you might want some chicken broth in it, okay? So I'm gonna just add 4 cups of water. And I'm gonna add, of course, my cauliflower. Now, of course, I dropped the bag, but I bought this big bag of cauliflower, and it is 907 grams, 32 ounces. And then I bought another small cauliflower because I wanted lots, okay? And I'm keeping some to just add afterwards as well. So we can count together how many cups of cauliflower I used. So there's 1, 2, they're heaping. 3, 4, and 5. And now I used 3 sweet potatoes, but we'll count it. I think it's about 2 cups worth, one of sweet potato. Yeah, 2 cups worth. I have a pretty good eye. All right, so we're just gonna let this come to a boil. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of my chicken broth. And the thing about seasonings is it's better to add less. Like I'm gonna add a little bit now, and then I'm gonna taste it. So I've just added, I increased the temperature so it comes to a boil, and then we'll add some spices. And I also have some almond milk that I love to add. You could add regular milk, skim milk. You could add a little bit of cream, okay? It's versatile, okay? I just wanted to let you know it's versatile. All my recipes are versatile. My hand's a bit sticky, so I'm just going to wipe it off. All right, so leeks. Leeks are amazing. Oh, and I also have some extra water just in case I want to add some more water to this delicious soup. It depends how thin or thick you want it as well. And usually the next day it gets a lot thicker, so you might want to add some more water or some milk to it or cream to it afterwards, okay? Now, leeks have so many health benefits. You're gonna use the white part. Now, I've already cut it off because I didn't realize I was going to show you what to do. But you're gonna cut the end off as well. So you don't wanna use the green. Why? Because it's really bitter. Trust me, I made that mistake once and I had to throw the whole soup out. All right, but you can use it to make in broths. You can use the green part. It's like a chive. And you could even add it to like maybe some tuna or egg or to your casseroles, just a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut the other end off, and then you're going to cut it in the middle. Okay. And the one thing about leeks are you need to make sure that you wash them really well in between these crevices. They can be quite gritty, okay? So soak them in water really, really well, which I already did. And, well, for the other ones. And then you can just wrap them up, dry them off well, and keep them in your fridge for about 3 to 5 days, okay? And then I just cut them up and added it like I told you already. So you're just gonna chop it up, slice it, and then add it to your soup, okay? That's it. All right, it's starting to come to a boil, almost. I'm just gonna wait a minute. And I have a little bit more cauliflower, and of course, I had to forget to add my garlic. So I'm gonna add, and the great thing about this is it just squeezes out. So I just like to squeeze it out. I'm only gonna use a couple because I don't wanna overpower the soup with garlic. So I'm gonna add about 3 right now, and I'll see afterwards. Like I said, I like to just use a few at a time because I don't wanna overpower the soup, all right? And let's give this a mix. I want to just make sure I'll show you. I don't want to tip it too much, but I will bring it over. I'll bring the camera over so you can see it. And it's going to come to a nice boil. Now, you can use your electric hand mixer like I'm going to use. and it's an immersion blender. Now, if you are going to use a regular blender, only fill it up, wait till it gets a bit cooler, and fill it halfway because you don't want any accidents happening, okay? Or you could use a potato masher, a big fork, okay? But I love this. I've had this KitchenAid one probably for like 20 years, maybe. It lasts forever. Buy a good one. It's worth it. I love my kitchen gadgets. I'm a kitchen gadget girl, and you can check out the ones I have on my YouTube that I really love. And honestly, they will last forever and ever. Okay. And you see that I haven't added any salt or pepper yet. I'm just going to break this down a little bit myself. And it's now coming to a boil. I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see the soup. And you can see that it's starting to boil. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, it's coming to a boil. And I'm going to add now just about a quarter of a teaspoon of some black pepper. I'm going to add some pink Himalayan salt. And you can add more later. I'm just going to add a pinch of some oregano. If you want a little bit of some hot sauce or chili peppers, that's up to you. And I'm going to add about a cup of almond milk. Now it's coming to a good boil. That's what I wanted. Just for some more creaminess. Now, the sweet potato and the cauliflower will make it creamy. So now I'm just going to use my immersion blender. Now, the thing is that because it's already cooked, you can eat it right away, of course. But I love to cook this or any soup for hours. And even the next day, it's so much better. For those of you on WW, you're just going to count the sweet potato and just divide it up how many cups you get. So, you know, if you're making a large soup, you may get like 20 cups. And usually a sweet potato, a medium, is about 5 smart points. If you're on the blue or the green program. If you're on the purple, you don't have to count it. It'll be 0. So I'm just going to mix this baby up. It's nice and thick already. And the great thing is when you're cutting your vegetables, you don't have to really worry because they're going to soften. And I'm going to just turn this right down, actually. Because it's popping out. I'm going to bring it over because I want you to see it. All right. There we go. There, now you can see it. And it's such a pretty color too. The sweet potato makes it look so pretty and orange. And right now here, depending on when you're watching this, it's October, so it's like a perfect fall soup. All right. I'm just looking for my spoon because I know I took one out. That's okay. And look at that. It's nice and thick and chunky, but again, it's going to taste so much better later. It's delicious already. Let's taste it again. Really, really good. I'm going to add a little bit more water because I find it a bit thick. And I'm just going to add it on a low heat. And if you want to add more salt, more pepper, I'm just bending over here. More salt, more pepper, a little bit more oregano. And actually what I'm going to do is I'll just show you the way I like to serve it. If you want more broth in it, you can add more. And then what I like to do is sprinkle. I'm going to cover this so it doesn't pop out. I just like to sprinkle a few more pieces of cauliflower on top when you're serving it. A little bit of parsley, or you can use some green onions. Okay, and I'm going to just bring this right up. And ta-da, you have a beautiful cauliflower, leek, and sweet potato soup. Doesn't that look so pretty? And more importantly, it's delicious. So I hope you love this video. Easy peasy. Don't forget to comment, tell me what you think. Comment below and share my channel with anybody who's on a health journey too. So happy cooking, making soup, super yummy, delicious, nutritious, healthy, versatile, of course. You can add different things to it and will keep you satisfied on your journey. Mwah! Bye for now. Take care.